What's up, guys, and welcome to the Snakes and the Fat Man All Hot Chick episode, Volume 2. It's been a while since we did one of these, and the climate has changed a little bit out in the world, but not as much as you would think. I got a few emails calling me a sexist pig, but, you know, what are you going to do? But the women I have coming on tonight are some of the most respected women in the hobby, and if I was a sexist pig, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't come. So, to all those people that did email me and tell me what a pig I was, really, go f*** yourself. You know, don't watch. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, and maybe, possibly, pull the stick out of your ass and have a little fun, okay? Then I heard through the grapevine that somebody was complaining that we stole the idea from them. And we had done the first All Hot Chicks episode of Snakes and the Fat Man in 2017. So unless you did an All Hot Chicks episode in 2016, pick one and suck it, all right? Lastly, the bulk of the emails and messages that I received were from other hot breeders asking me why I didn't ask them to be on the show. So what I decided to do was have one of these episodes quarterly because I'm well aware that there are hundreds of hot chick breeders out there, and me being shallow as I am, I would like to have them all on the show. So believe me, everybody will get their chance if they don't think I'm too sexist. Now, you may be a Karen and you may be asking, why do they have to be all hot chicks, Chris? Why can't you just treat them all as regular people and treat them the same as the guys? And the answer is that I've learned a long time ago that if it's a choice between hot chicks and dudes that look like 100 miles of bad road, you always go with the hot chicks. I'm not saying nothing, I'm just saying. So at the end of the day, we're really just trying to have some fun here and make some people laugh. And I'm really just getting exhausted that I have to say that every time I make a joke. It really is just exhausting. But, you know, there's always the few that want to ruin it for everybody else. So, them, right? Oh, shit. This is important. If you're not already a member of USARC, click pause on this video and head on over to usarc.org and become a member. They have different tiers of membership, and the smallest one is $40, and it's for the year. And if you're over 20 and you can't afford $40 to help out the organization, the only organization that helps us keep the animals that we talk about all the time on this show and on dozens of other shows, then you're a loser, and I don't want you watching anyway. So, and finally, I just want to thank the 7 young ladies who came on tonight, and Zak. You can't forget Zak. We had a great time, and every one of them have become personal friends over the last couple of years. So what I'm going to do is, at the end of this video, I'm going to put up all their social information and go like, follow, and subscribe to all the ladies, and to Zak. Thanks again for watching, guys. So now let's start the Snakes and the Fat Man All Hot Chick episode version 2. Why don't we just do a quick run around and everybody tell who they are and where they're from and what your company name is and how you could get in touch with you and all the dumb shit that we could get out of the way, you know, quickly, and then proceed to the dick and fart jokes. So just Miri, go first.
I'm Miri from MSB Reptiles on Morph Market, Facebook, everything that, I mean, everybody has. So, and I have my own website too. Not many people I know have their own, and I don't know if it's a waste of time or not, but yeah, I'm Miri. I normally go by Sydney, which is a lot easier to say sometimes. So if nobody could pronounce my name, you can call me Sydney.
Yes, if anybody has trouble pronouncing this 4-letter name, yes.
I get some of the dumbest things, unreal.
Remembering because it's unusual.
Okay.
What do you get? Miri? I don't know.
Miri, Mary, Muri.
Muri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stupidity of people never ceases to amaze.
Yeah,
Let's just leave it at that.
And you're just balls, right?
Your company name.
No.
No, you do other species too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry.
Are you
Mhm.
Sydney? Are you just ball
I do
pythons?
colubrids, I do ball pythons. I'm starting to get into venomous slowly.
Oh,
So
another one. Okay.
And where are you out of?
I'm in New Mexico currently, unfortunately.
We're trying to fix that.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Got
All
it.
right. Brittney.
I'm Brittney from Gobble's Reptiles, and I'm Gobble's Reptiles on Facebook, Instagram, pretty much all that stuff.
What the fuck? Really? That's it?
I was actually waiting for you to cut in and be like, no, that's not your company
That's
name.
how I felt.
Well, it should have been. All I have to say is number one, chugga chugga chugga, and number
No,
two.
don't you start.
And number two, Gobbles Balls would have been the best name ever.
Talk about
but
missed
it was
opportunities. I'm sorry.
Brittney Gobble's Balls. The apostrophe is really important, and people just don't do grammar anymore.
That I would have
Yes.
loved to
So
name
true.
eyeballs Eaton Balls.
That would have been
Yeah, that's the
awesome.
original missed opportunity.
All right. So you got anything else to say? What else do you do besides
geez.
$20,000 balls?
I thought you were keeping this short. I have ball pythons, Western hognose, and we just bought boas. And we said like the imperator, and then we have some rainbows coming. That's like the reptile thing. And then of course I have dogs and chickens and cows and a whole bunch of things.
Seahorses.
Just a little of everything. A fox.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the seahorses for a while. You should post
Yeah,
those
man.
again.
Well, the jellyfish took over the
Oh,
seahorse,
man, that
and they wouldn't bother big seahorses, but little seahorses get eaten by jellyfish. But then I love the jellyfish, so I couldn't decide who should die. But Kevin's doing great. Like that minnow that's not supposed to live, that just was randomly in the tank one day and making me think I was crazy.
It never fails.
And I guess the little egg must have come in on some like green stuff that I had bought to put in there. Because one day there's just a fish, and the fish is still alive, and it's best friends with a puffer now. This huge dog-faced puffer like goes around with this minnow everywhere. They sleep together. It's so cute.
Oh,
Interesting.
interspecies relations.
You see that a lot in saltwater, actually. But it's normally like a shrimp with a crab, with a fish or whatever.
Like a clownfish with a
anemone. Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
You actually see that a lot in Tennessee, but
Shut up.
Alabama,
All right, Marita.
Yes.
Tell me about
So my channel, I have a channel, Deadly Tarantula Girl. So I'm Deadly Tarantula Girl on Morph Market, Snapchat, I think, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and OnlyFans. And Morph Market. Did I say Morph Market? Yeah. So I showcase some of my modeling there. Nothing totally nude, but a little bit of,
You're showing off
on
the yams.
occasion. Oh,
How much does it cost to join a OnlyFans?
So it depends on the creator. Subscriptions are from $5 to $50 a month, minus $25 a month.
$25 a month.
Yes, sir.
You got some dedicated fans, huh?
I do. Speaking of which, here's a big shout out to one of my biggest OnlyFans, Alejandro. So, ladies, you can have your Amazon wish list of anything random that you like, and your fans can buy it, and Amazon will ship it to you. So this is my new Game of Thrones backpack. Thank you, Alejandro. And he also
Chris-
sent me some beautiful harem pants. Chris, you're slacking. I think you're
What-
maybe not my number one fan anymore.
Let
You're
me
still
tell
my
you
nephew,
something.
though.
I don't pay $25 a month for HBO Max, okay? So fucking...
But I am me. So I do all kinds of reptiles and small mammals. I do lots of different ball pythons, of course, reticulated pythons. I do colubrids. I do venomous, non-venomous. I do amphibians. If it's cool, I do it. How about that?
How about that? Oh, aren't we above it all? Okay.
Oh, and I'm an English teacher by day. So don't send me some fucked up message with bad spelling.
Oh, there you go.
Uh-oh.
Well, glad, nice to see your liberal use of the F word, being that you teach 5-year-olds.
I'm a
Fantastic.
linguist.
Okay, right. Kori.
Yeah. So Kori Martin Reptiles
Whoop,
on. Yeah, thank you.
Beautiful
On-
lips.
Yeah, man.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Whoa.
Sorry.
All right.
What's
Sorry.
going on here, Zach?
I'm just
All right.
I don't
jazzed up
know.
about her lipstick. Sorry.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll take it back.
I was like, did somebody see a picture I didn't
Yes.
see? I'm
Yes.
confused.
Look at her. Look at her. All that juiciness.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So Kori Martin Reptiles on Instagram and Facebook. Actually, I have a little TikTok that I've played around with some too. Not much though. And have a website on Morph Market. I breed ball pythons and carpet pythons. I'm also growing up some hognose for the future, but not breeding them yet. But yeah, focus on the ball pythons and carpet pythons.
Everybody
Austin,
has,
Texas.
Everybody got a TikTok now, huh?
Not
Dude,
it.
It's so fun.
It's
Let me tell
very
you something.
underrated.
Yep.
No, it's not. I thought TikTok
No, it
was
still
just
is. I'm telling you.
no. I thought it was just fucking homeless people peeing on each other.
Not completely.
No.
No, that's the other app you use, Chris.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the personal one. Yeah.
There's a lot of strippers on TikTok, though.
Yellowsnow.com. That's not what we're talking about.
Marita, you came out with that off the top of your head way too quick.
Yeah.
Well, I know Chris, so
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. That is
Marita was just like goldenshower.com, Chris. And I'm like, oh, how do you know that? Like,
She's like, I've seen your
I saw
search
your
history.
profile on
Listen.
there.
I know. If everybody saw my search history, it would be a problem, right?
Scary.
I believe that.
But I still like social events. So like, I still like current things and I like to watch the news. So my search history is like giant big titties covered in cum. And then the second one is what's happening in Afghanistan. You know, so it's like
and Google's like, what the fuck do we show this guy? I don't know.
Very well rounded.
Yes, thank you. All right. Elizabeth.
My Google doesn't know what to think of me. So like I typed underwater one day and I was going to look something up and it suggested underwater basket weaving. And now it's been like
I believe
years.
that.
Yes. And now I kind of want to know what is underwater basket weaving and why would Google think I wanted to do
I
knows
honestly
it's
thought you were
better
about
than
to
you
say,
do.
and so last week I took an underwater basket weaving class.
Yeah, my
And now I'm a
tail.
master underwater basket weaver while I swim
Mhm.
with my mermaid
Right.
tail.
And the teacher taught me how to do it in Farsi. And
Yes.
you know, get the fuck out of here. Fucking maniac.
And
right?
and we ate seaweed with chopsticks.
Right.
Right. I love it.
Elizabeth,
Yes.
talk to me.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I am from
Gorgeous.
Massachusetts. Like,
She is, right? She's fucking hot.
Yeah, super hot.
I found her on Instagram. Right?
Oh, wow. Love her.
I'm from Day of the Serpent is the name of my breeding hobby company business. I haven't bred anything yet. I'm still getting, I have a girl that just got to 1,200 grams. So hopefully weighing, yeah, it's exciting. Weighing them like every week, but professionally I'm a baker, which is kind of hard to
Wow.
believe because
That's
I'm so
cool.
tiny, right? Yeah.
Yummy.
And well, what else am I supposed to tell you?
Anything you want.
Where
Hey,
people can
where-
find you
yeah.
too.
Yeah, there you go.
What's that?
What's your Instagram, Facebook? Like, where can people find you?
So Yeah, I only have like an Instagram right now just because I'm still just like super new, and it's just Day of the Serpent.
And what I'm trying, the reason that she's here is because I want to discourage her from buying more ball pythons and wasting the money. So
I am going like super slow. Like I'm taking my time, making sure like Ryan McVeigh said on your show, you know, he wished people would do it a little slower before just jumping in with both feet. Like just, you know, get a couple, breed them, see if it's something you really want to do, make sure you can do it. And that's kind of how the road I'm going. I'm taking it super slow, making sure I can do it, especially because like right now, I've been furloughed from my job, thank you COVID, since last March. So right now it's easy for me to take care of a collection, but if I go back to a 40-50 hour work week, it might be a lot different. So
Sure.
all right, Precious, talk to me.
Precious Robbins with Precious Pythons. I am out of Indianapolis, Indiana. I work with bull pythons. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and I do have my own website at preciouspythons.com. I only work with bull pythons right now, but I do plan to get into boas and possibly carpet pythons.
Awesome.
And you're in Indiana, out by Cold Blooded Cafe and
ARS.
Yeah, okay.
nice.
Cool.
Not a bad place to be.
No?
Just followed you.
Yeah. Jamie,
Yes,
what do you got going on over there?
I am Jami Cadile. I'm from RC Reptiles along with my husband and our kids. We started the end of 19. So basically we didn't take our time and we rushed right into it. And we still have a pretty,
Yeah.
we still have a decently small collection, you know what I mean, like 35 animals, only ball pythons breeding right now, but we keep a couple other species. Nothing like that we plan on breeding anytime in the future, but that's about it. We're in Ohio, we're Steubenville, Ohio, so like we're right in the tri-state, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio area, so that's about it.
Now, out of the 7 of you here, who has kids? Oh, gross. Okay. The nice thing about all of you, though, is that you guys don't bring your kids on the camera.
Want me to go grab a couple?
No.
No.
Steam and drool if you like.
Like literally nobody gives a shit about when you bring your kid on the camera. You know, like I just don't understand why people do that.
I barely
My
tolerate
defense-
my own children. Like I don't want to see other people's kids. I mean, it's
That
you know,
one. That
Yeah.
one, yes.
yeah.
I had brought my kids on camera before,
Yeah.
but I forewarn everybody, like it's labeled live with the kids, so everybody is warned.
Yeah,
You don't
no,
like children,
we
might
skip
not be the
those.
one to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I do what's really smart and make them work behind camera, like hold this
Nice.
light. My arms are burning, mommy. Just kidding, they're all adults, but they still do complain.
You're just cracking a whip in their direction.
Do it. You know what? JD put out one blooper video where I'm yelling at one of the kids to shut up. I never do that. And I was like, I'm getting fired. I'm a school teacher of elementary children. Here I am illegally slaving my children out. What? For a
You're-
profit on YouTube.
You're gonna get canceled like that chick that punched her dog right on camera.
I didn't
No.
hear about
Oh
My
God.
problem is I like corny jokes. So I'll tell my daughter, I'm like, here, hold this and film it real quick while I do like this 15-second video. And I'll make some lame joke. And she's just like, I'm done. And she'll like
Right.
snort and kind of drop the camera so that the video is like only half my body and not like
There
a
we
good
go.
half. You know, I'm like,
Instead of a
would you
mic
just hold it and be
drop,
quiet?
camera drop.
Pretty, the first
Honestly,
time I
Brittney,
ever
I feel
seen
like-
you was with your goat shirt. The first video I ever watched on your Facebook was your goat shirt, and I was like, I love her. Like I've got to watch everything she puts out there now.
My daughter was behind the camera going, Mom, please. Like she was so put out with me.
Brittney, you should honestly, and I'm not kidding, you should set up like a secondary camera to record that reaction and that response. I'm not kidding, it would absolutely go viral, especially on an app like TikTok or something like that, because that's that younger crowd. You'd have 1 million views. I promise you would. If you could get a natural reaction from a kid being like, Mom, seriously, could you shut up and quit being stupid?
Yeah.
And just drop in the camera, it'd be amazing.
I actually, though, wore that goat shirt out. Like in the video, I put a shirt underneath it. And for those that don't know, the goat shirt, it says, ask me about my goat. And then under, when you lift the hem up and put it up over your head, it's a goat going, ah, like that. And
That's
so it was really, when a guy does it, they can just like show all their chest. But for me, I like put a shirt underneath it and pulled it up. Well, it's comfortable. So one day I slid it on and had to go to the grocery store. And the whole time I'm like, please don't ask about my goat. Please don't ask about my goat.
Oh my God. But Brittney has actually called me on the phone to tell me a corny joke.
I do. She loves that.
All right.
To
So
message you at 4:45 a.m. Just be like, what's up, boo?
Yeah. Marita fucking she doesn't sleep. She calls me at like 3:30.
She's a teacher. That's her life.
Who the fuck is going to class at 3:30?
He's like, why are you up?
Yeah.
I was like, I have papers to grade. Okay, it's coffee time. I just did yoga.
Yoga.
It's basically just to make him feel bad about himself. Like, oh, you're not awake and being productive right now? Fuck
What? You fat slob? You're not out of bed even though you work from home?
Yeah. No, it's true because normally it's like 9 o'clock too, my time. And I'm just like, oh, Jesus Christ. All right. So Zak has some questions and I have some questions. Obviously, Zak's questions are a little bit more calmer and more well thought out than mine.
He wants us to like him.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, Chris already
we actually did have that discussion. I sent my questions over to him beforehand. He's like, these are so fucking nice. He's like, what is wrong with you? What the fuck? I should have known.
Well, luckily we don't have that many because we didn't put that much work into it. Okay.
Well, let's be honest. We're the draw.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
Be seen, not heard.
The reason that we didn't put a lot of work into it is because we really didn't think that all of you would agree to come on. But I'll let Zak ask his first question because it's pretty gay. And
it's the worst. It's absolutely the worst. So for those who don't know my background, I was a full-time bartender for like 3 years, assistant manager at a local bar. And honestly, it was like my favorite job I've ever had. I love getting to interact with people. I love to talk in case anybody hasn't noticed. So my first question was like, what's your go-to drink when you walk into a bar maybe you've never been to? And the reason I ask this is as a bartender, it tells me a lot about a person. And I think anybody out there that's listening to this after the fact will kind of get where I'm going with that. So whoever wants to start.
Well, let's just start with, let's just go in order with each question and just so nobody cuts each other off. And let's start with Miri or Sydney or MSB or
whatever the hell your fucking name is.
I'm gonna go grab my charger because my laptop's about to die. So give me 1 second.
Okay.
You do your thing, Precious.
I'm gonna go grab my charger.
We'll get to you eventually. You're fine.
This is gonna sound so stupid. So I mean, I definitely drink a lot, but I just skip. I drink pretty much anything, I guess. It just depends on the day, and it's usually every day. So Sundays are mimosas, like every basic white bitch out there. Sorry if anybody's offended.
No. Yeah, that's the whole point of this.
Okay.
We literally said cunt 20 times already. You think we're offended at basic white bitch?
Yeah, Bloody Marys, margaritas, Cosmos, any kind of like extra variation you can put on a drink, just make it extra. Definitely.
So you're basically a tattooed alcoholic. You're like a stripper.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
I love it.
Now, I mean, Brittney, you could do a hard pass if you want, but
rum. I like rum.
You like rum?
Yep. That's
So if I'm behind the bar and you walk in, are you just going to tell me, just make me something with rum?
Well, my very favorite drink is actually, it's called like a Capriana. It's a Brazilian drink with like the fruit. And that's my, like, if that's on the menu, I'm not a big drinker, but I'm like, I love this restaurant. If that's not there, then pretty much any drink. And I don't like a lot of stuff mixed in it. So otherwise I'm just like ice with the rum and that's all I want.
Okay. Easy
Although
enough.
Sam and Khalil gave me a lot of tequila in Mexico, and that was interesting.
All right.
Marita, you actually were drunk on my show one time. so I know you drink.
We've got to go there. Okay, I am a very lightweight and I don't drink a lot. I figured I would need to tonight, so I was prepared. I'm a nerd. I'm like a red wine drinker for the most part. I do not drink beer. And I like a good margarita in the summertime, and I'm a coconut rum fan.
Okay.
Yes. So like a summertime barbecue, like a coconut rum, like a Malibu and 7, it's my jam. Yeah.
Got it.
Kori.
All right. So I'm a beer bitch. I would get the local whatever on draft.
Yeah. So you would walk in, what's local?
Yep.
And I'd go down my tap list.
Cool.
Got it.
That's cool.
Okay. And I'm not judging on any of these. Like I said, and also
liar, pants on fire.
I'm just glad nobody said, well, I just asked for vodka soda or a Tito's vodka. That's like a super common one that we get. Tito's vodka. Diet. Yeah. I mean, I can tell you how many times I've had, that typical, just a group of fucking white girls walk in and I'm like, Tito soda. They're like, how did you know? And I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Elizabeth.
So I guess kind of like with Sydney, it kind of depends on like the time of day and what I'm doing. If I'm just going out to the bar, just probably on tap, seasonal IPA, something like that. One of my favorites is actually like Shipyard with the cinnamon sugar rim and a shot of Fireball. So good. If it's breakfast, mimosa. Or like, if I'm having Mexican and margarita, it all depends on the situation. Yeah.
Are you a tattooed alcoholic also?
I'm tattooed, but no, I probably I really don't even drink that right now. I'm actually not drinking at all, but it's a weekend thing.
Okay. Precious.
My go-to drink is usually a strawberry Mexican mule with reposado and 2 shots of reposado on the side.
I love that you're so specific.
That was like, wow.
She knows what she wants. She's gonna get it.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best, and you're gonna get the best service all night because you were specific. So even if it's a pain in the ass, it's very specific. I'm like, that's easy. I can do that all day.
I would make a joke about it, but I don't even know what it is. So I'm gonna move on. Right?
It's a respectable drink order. It's not a basic order, so I'll take it.
Okay. So it's classy. It's not like Kori's beer. Just give me beer, right?
Yeah.
Local beer. She's
but
cool
hey, you know
about
what?
it.
Most of what I did was dive bar service. I was, we worked in a volume bar, so it wasn't. I didn't do fucking cocktails and shit like that. So that was 99% of what I did was I'm pulling fucking tap handles all day, and I loved it because I'm like I'm making $1 or $2 right now to pour you a beer off the tap. I'm good at that every day.
All right, Jamie.
Oh, I'm gonna be the party. I don't ever drink. I haven't drank in probably 9 years. So
are you like a fucking Mormon?
No. Listen, last time I had too much to drink. It was at a golf scramble, and then like 7 weeks later, we found out we were expecting my second daughter. So from that point on, I was like, maybe that's not.
I got Johnny drunk, and that's how we got our third one.
Yeah, 2 was enough. I learned my lesson. But no, I really I never drank. So I'd probably go in and get a Red Bull. But tip like I was getting a drink. I would still tip the bartender.
Even
but I was
better.
asked,
Hey,
so.
Even
as
better.
an ex-bartender, I respect that.
Yeah,
Right,
100%.
well,
That makes my life way
being in the
easier.
service industry.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'd be the lame one. I'd be the DD for everybody.
Hey,
Everyone needs one of those in the group.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Can you imagine if we were? Oh my God, no. Party time.
Yeah. This
And
would
I'm
be
a lame ass.
this would be a fucked up Tinley group right here. I mean, it's,
I was just literally thinking the same thing. I'm like,
That would be
these
so
9
awesome,
people,
though.
us going out anywhere at Tenley.
You know what's funny? I have 2
Ooh.
drinks, and then you know what happens? I fall asleep. I'm not kidding. JD's like, only have 1 because, wait, just wait.
Yeah, he's like, I need you just right there. I need your inhibitions dropped,
and I'm
but you
on
not
board with
sore.
that.
I'm usually like 1, as long as I stretch it over a period of time, I can stay awake. But like I did the tequila shots in Mexico and I hadn't done that. And so Sam's like, oh yeah, just another one. And I'm like, no, I think this is a bad idea. So we did 4. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. I don't even feel anything.
Uh-huh.
So then,
15 minutes
You
later.
got in the
Good
water and you
stories.
died.
Meanwhile, I'm the one that if I take NyQuil, you won't see me for 18 hours. So I take the 4 shots of tequila and then and all within like 15 minutes. And then about 30 minutes later, I'm just talking and all of a sudden my vision just like shifted, like everything was sideways. And I was like, whoa, no, I'm done. I'm going to bed now.
I feel like Sydney and I are like silently judging some of you guys a little bit for your tolerance levels.
Oh
like,
yeah,
really?
I know. I know.
That sounds like how I start my day at like 4 o'clock. Like I just got off work.
Oh,
I
friend.
think like
Wait
I got
till
a
you hit
little
your
extra
40s.
meat on my bones. I could take it.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't drink
I'm
like that
just-
when you hit your 40s. It's just you're done. Like
Yeah, no.
you
Oh
can't.
no, I believe it.
You
yeah,
die.
you could totally tell how young they are.
I know for
because,
sure.
like,
Yeah,
Precious,
sure. When
Precious, what you got? I see you trying to chime in.
Have
you
the
hit
beautiful children on one side.
I want to know, and I guess you or Sydney can answer this, but I've heard that tequila is the only alcohol that's an upper versus like put you to sleep. Is that true?
Not that I've ever heard.
Whenever I drink
Alcohol is
tequila,
a
it's always
depressant.
way
That's
too
a
much.
myth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, and that's
like-
exactly what I was going to say, Marita. Alcohol in general is considered a depressant. The only flip side of that is that alcohol does like turn to sugar in your bloodstream. That's why like diabetics and stuff can't drink and things like that. So, that's why like people that have like alcoholism, not to go down that dark path, but they have trouble sleeping because it's a carbohydrate at the end of the day, so it turns to sugar,
Right.
and then so
Well,
like
and-
it's give and take, and then
Yeah.
depending on what you mix it with, and all that. So it's like for like what you drink, mules, they have a ton of sugar in them.
Right.
Like ginger beer has so much sugar, it's insane. So
I add the little strawberry flavor.
yeah, which is just even more sugar. So
Right.
so it's tough, but yeah, having that extra tequila on the side probably helps you out. But yeah,
Exactly.
And it lowers your inhibitions. You're like, woo.
Oh yeah.
But-
Oh,
yeah. So that's that.
Alrighty
you got,
then.
Chris?
All right, so I'm gonna go in the opposite direction here. How do all of you guys weed out dudes that call you for snakes that are actually serious and dudes that are just trying to get in your pants or talk to you? We could start with Miri.
You're
I
gonna have
love
to like
all
switch
these
this
facial
up at some
expressions.
point. I'm always first. I've been very lucky to not have a lot of that, but
Yeah.
why weed them out if they're gonna buy something and they know how to take care of it? I mean,
No, he's talking about the morons that call and message and literally just want to
Oh,
hear
yeah,
your voice so
yeah.
they can dream about you
Yeah, dream.
Yeah.
That's what they're
and
doing.
waste your time.
I've been very, very lucky to not get a lot of that. I've only had about maybe 2 to 4 people ever do that. And it ends up being not that bad of a waste of time because they buy something. But yeah, I've been lucky.
Now, Brittney, I'm sure that doesn't really happen to you because you're kind of like more of the above it all person. Like if someone buys a snake from you, they know that you're not gonna fuck up, right? Like fucking they already know that.
it seems like they just want to be my friend. I mean, but I've also been told in the past that I'm clueless. So like a good example is I had a new camera and I was so excited about this camera, right? And so I have my sister and we're on a dock and I'm like shooting with this camera. And this guy walks up and he's like, "It's beautiful, isn't it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it really is." And I'm like still like trying to frame my shot because there was like a sunken boat off this dock and I was like really excited. And he's like, "You know, do you come here often?" He's like talking, I think he's talking to my sister. And in my head, I'm thinking, this dude is so annoying. I just wish, like, if he wants to date her, fine, but can't they walk away and let me work? And so when finally, like, I'm just like, all right, I'm done. I'm like, come on, sis, let's go. And I start walking away. And the dude's like, just staring. My sister just loses it. And I'm like, what? Did you want his number? Like, we can go back. And she's like, Brittney, he was going, "It's beautiful." In your face. He wasn't talking about the scene. I'm like, She's like, the whole time he was hitting on you and you wouldn't even look up from your camera. So I don't think that I have those. I think people are just my friend. But I've had like
I love how red Chris's face is right now because he realizes the same thing all of us do. But that probably helps you. It really does. It probably benefits you, to the point that people are just like.
It's gonna make things really awkward since like I'm a hugger. So I'm like at shows, I'm like, "Hi," and I'm like hugging everybody. If they're not just trying to be my friend, this is really weird now. But, yeah, I've had two that like I had one dude that he's like acting like he's gonna buy a snake, and then he was like, "So you're from America?" I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "You're really beautiful. Can I see a picture?" Well, I had fallen asleep. My iPad was laying open. And so Johnny just decides to troll the dude. So he gets it. And you know how when you take the pic, like you never want your phone to open up when you're holding it like this way so you look like Ursula. I'm not going to do it right
all
now.
Neck.
No screenshots here. But that's what he does. And then he squeezes at the screen so he looks like a real like cranky like old dude. And he sends it to the guy. So the guy goes, "Oh, nice, man." And he goes on. So I am pretty sure there's a guy in Europe that thinks that I'm actually a dude that trolls as a girl. I'm not actually a girl.
His name is Peter Snakes. I promise.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Love you, Peter, if you're watching.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Peter.
Marita, I know what happens to you with your OnlyFans.
You know what? You'd be shocked. I get less harassment on my OnlyFans than I do on any other socials.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if like people understand. And gentlemen or whoever they are, because their profile name is like 1256 heaven something, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what kind of person you are, but they will very respectfully be like, "Oh, you're beautiful. Like, what can I do to buy a nude?" And I'm like, absolutely nothing. But thank you for the $25 a month. And if you love a photo, you can leave a tip and I'll take that into consideration. And they're like, "Oh."
So you use it to your advantage. Yeah.
Oh, if people, that has been the greatest thing, because I have gotten, I mean, I'll just say it, like by legal definition, harassed, stalked, all this stuff on any form of social media. And the weirdest thing is when there are people that actually live like where they can actually see you in public, and then they message you and they're like, "Oh, I saw you at the gas station." Okay. I'm like, oh, well, I'll make sure to never get gas there again. But yeah, and they'll be like, "Oh, you were wearing a red dress," and I'm just like,
that's when you file a police report, friend.
No, but no, if people are like, "Oh, what can I do to buy a pic?" I literally will send them the OnlyFans link, and it says like DTG on OnlyFans, and then they can click it and they can see for $25 a month. You can most certainly appreciate more pictures, and it's nothing nude, but it's definitely like a little bit sultry. And I don't sell nude photos, and a lot of people, I was going to say dudes, but I don't know. A lot of the subscribers on there are seriously like, I love your work, I just want to support you. And then they like never ever message me or do anything. They just like pay for a 6-month subscription, and I'm like, that's a lot of money. So thank you.
Do you think that the $25 barrier kind of helps with that? Because like, again, I've never subscribed to anyone on an OnlyFans or any of that stuff, to be clear.
Right.
But I know people that have them. I'm not kidding. Like I have friends that are involved in that stuff, and yeah, I feel like those like $3, $4, $5 a month people are getting a lot of shit.
I would imagine so. And
just that barrier to entry. It's to make it relevant, it's no different than if you're selling a $50 ball python versus a $2,500 ball python. The difference in the customer is night and day.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
If there's people who want to see my photos so badly that they're going to message me every day and be like, oh, you look so great in that gray sweater, oh my God. Yeah. I'll be like, thank you so much. If they just keep on, I'll be like, hey, you might be interested in subscribing to my OnlyFans, and I will send a link. And then if they're ever like, ooh, can we chat or blah, 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 I will just send the link. Like every time they essentially ask for more, and I'm very like clear that I'm married. And it's really interesting because there's a few things that you can do on OnlyFans. You can post videos and photos, which it's, definitely like used for pornography, but there's a lot of like musicians and like fitness people and other like chefs and stuff.
There's other people moving into that space, like Patreon.
That just post exclusive content, and it's really cool. But some people will be like, hey, do you sex chat, or what can I do to sex chat? And I'm like, I don't do that. And they're like, okay. And then they know, like,
yeah, it's interesting.
I don't do that. But there are a few people who love to send me gifts. And just that dude just sent me a really cool backpack. And what did he send me before that? Oh, like some bookends from my classroom. I mean, it's just like stuff I have on a list. It ranges from stuff from like $7 to like $700. And he'll just like pick a few items and have them shipped to me. And I'm like, to me, that's cool because I work really hard. And if there's someone out there who really enjoys my content so much that they want to buy me a gift, and because they think I'm beautiful, like and he messages me like every day, and he's like, you make my life happier. And I'm like, that is so awesome. And I thank you. And he's never like, are you ever going to be my girlfriend? He's just like, I think you're amazing. And I'm like, I love that. Thank you. I never like pretend to be their girlfriend, or it's like, it's really weird the way it's kind of like serving a niche for some people. And on the other hand, it's allowing content creators to earn some more revenue as an entrepreneur. Now, OnlyFans takes 20%, but I'm thinking about women who have worked in adult film or modeling, and what percentage of that revenue did they get? What control of that content did they get? Almost none. So for me, it's amazing that people, because there's a lot of guys on OnlyFans, are being given that control and that creative freedom. I think it's amazing, and I'm not embarrassed at all by it. And I think if I posted nude or X-rated stuff, I probably would be a little embarrassed, because like, what if someone sees it? I think I would feel a little awkward. But especially since I'm a school teacher, like that could get weird. But I don't. And it's really, the truth is, it's not much more than I post on all my other socials. So like, if women post photos of their vacation in Cancun in a bikini and people like it,
why not get paid for it?
What's the harm?
Well, it's always reminded me of, like, in at least recently, because I've just become aware. I'm really interested in like alternative investing and like weird ways that people make money doing like random things, like where there's opportunity that people never saw opportunity. And I don't mean to like turn this into a whole like OnlyFans discussion, but it's super interesting. There was somebody that said something along the lines of like, if you guys want to stop like this, I don't mean to take this way dark, but I feel like if there's a place that I can do it, it's here, Chris. I apologize. They're like, if you want to stop mass shootings, they're like, be nice to the fucking nerdy kid in high school, go suck his fucking dick for $5, or not for $5, but just go give him a fucking blowjob, or just fucking go give him a hug, like, you know, because like the reality is like there's people out there that are just super depressed, that have zero interaction with humanity. And I look at it as any other business transaction of like, if there's somebody out there that's willing to pay you to literally just have a little bit of interaction, like they're paying you for your time, so you're getting something out of it, and they're getting like just this positive feeling after the fact, like,
right,
who the fuck's gonna judge that? Like this guy's super fucking happy to just have a friendship at the end of the day, and that's again, that's how it sounds like you're treating it, which is wonderful. Well, and I think there's a niche for that.
And obviously,
people that are awkward, they're just like, hey, here's $5, talk to me for a minute.
And we know now that Zach was a nerd in high school, but okay.
Oh, I don't think so.
I think it's funny that Marita's like person didn't approach her in the gas station. Like there's a gas station
That's what
here.
I'm saying.
No, this
they wanted to get the reaction. They wanted to get the reaction from her.
No, a dude tried to drag me out of a gas station.
What?
Oh, see, maybe you're a bigger star than I am. I don't know.
No, he was crazy.
Well, like, Brittney is the only one, you know, the only hot chick in Tennessee with a giant orange truck. So of course they're gonna know it's her.
She's more valuable monetarily than I am, for sure.
I did have a bartender that almost got kidnapped in that way. Like, well, not kidnapped, by a homeless guy, and I like, we saw it through the glass and like went and like stopped the situation. So it does happen.
No, it was so
weird.
I just wanted chocolate. Like I went in, I just wanted a candy bar. Like I was like on a mission, and I go in and I'm like contemplating. And like, ladies, you know, like when you're wanting, you have to go through all the options. Like, do I want caramel? Do I not?
Right.
Do I want nuts? Do I want, you know, the whole thing. And this dude comes up and he's like, "You're a goddess. Oh, you're a goddess." And he grabs my arm like really hard and starts dragging me. He says, "Come on, I'm gonna love you all night long." And I'm like, and he's teeny tiny, little scrawny old dude. And I'm like, whoa. And he goes, no, shh, grandma's coming. And I'm like, okay, this got even weird. And he goes, he says, grandma's coming. He goes, "Oh, don't be scared. I just spoke to God and he told me it's okay. Come on, hurry." And I'm like, I don't think so. And I wish I would have been quick enough and just handed him his Snickers and been like, "You're not yourself when you're hungry," you know? Instead, I grabbed a chocolate bar because I was freaked out right at this point. I was like, whoa. And I grabbed the candy bar. Turns out I hate that candy bar. And I went to check out and he's behind me and he's in line behind me. And he's like, "Could you hurry up? Could you ring it faster?" And he keeps talking to me. And I'm like really uncomfortable. So I'm telling Johnny about this later. And I'm like, seriously, this dude just like, I would have been flattered. I got called a goddess for the first time in my life, but he was crazy. and Johnny goes, "Did anybody else see him? What did they do?" And I said, "No, that nobody reacted. Like nobody made eye contact." And he goes, "So are you sure he was there?"
Was his name Chris Eaton? Are you sure it wasn't Chris?
It happened.
It was a little guy.
No, it turns out though that he stalks my road. So there's times when like I'll pass him and it's like those slow moment and he goes, and I'm like, I've been told he's crazy, but he's safe crazy. So I didn't have to worry.
Oh, clearly.
Just almost kidnapped you.
Yeah, almost. It's cool. Yeah, almost is the key word.
He sounds like a few guys I've thrown at my bar before, but yeah.
Kori.
Yeah.
How many guys do you got to beat off with a stick every week?
Not many. But so a few times I've had weirdos reach out, and I am kind of the opposite of Marita. Like I have no patience or time for it. Like I just they're blocked and move on with life. Like
there we go.
I just
do you get a lot of Indian weirdos?
I don't know. I get
I
a lot
don't
of
know.
I get a lot of
There's
Oh,
a
man.
look that they're looking for.
Chris's
There you
eyes
go.
got
I'm not
so
kidding.
wide.
Do you girls,
That's
everybody,
it.
do you get a lot of Indian
Oh.
guys like saying like, I'll marry you?
Wait, like Indian, like how, or Indian, like get the fuck out of here. Like,
From India, where
Chris,
Indians live.
the most inappropriate way is to say feather or dot.
feather or dot, right?
I get like a lot
Really
of like
offensive.
Malaysian and Indonesian
Yeah.
guys.
I had a nice Indian guy ask me last week that he hoped I was in touch with the ancestors and he prayed blessings upon me.
Got blessings.
Sweet.
That's reasonable.
Oh my God
I'd
in
be down
heaven.
with that.
I would have been like, cool, block.
See, this is what I've been looking forward to with this episode. Honestly, just like this insight, because I don't have to deal with any of this, and I'm glad for it.
You're too
Well, I got
sexy.
7
They're
sisters, and
intimidated.
Jesus, I know they
That's
give a
right.
shit.
That's right, Zach. You're too sexy. I actually,
No, is the opposite.
I think that Kori gets aggravated with me.
I do.
When I text her too much. All right.
I do. And you're always like, don't
She
be
shuts
yelly.
that shit down.
Yeah, I'm just like, don't be yelling at
why.
me, right? And Corey's
They're
like,
like-
if I was yelling, you'd know, you know.
They're like,
true, you would.
so we were wondering what you had for sale. Block. She doesn't get
Yeah.
harassed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sure
I
I'm sure
love
I'll
both
lose
of
sales
those.
for it.
I love both of those levels of energy, like literally both. Just like, hey, if you want to pay me money and get nothing for it, cool. Corey's like, I don't need your fucking money. Get the fuck out of here. I don't that's bullshit. And
I
that's me.
hate
Like,
you.
depending on the day, I'm that guy. In both ways.
Elizabeth, you're not really selling anything yet, and you don't have really a lot of pictures of yourself up on your
Richard's
Instagram.
gorgeous.
And that's why I don't have a lot of pictures of myself. I don't want the wrong attention.
Yeah, but you should put more up because you're a POA, so it's all good. All right? So you should put more up.
I'm thinking about it. I gotta I don't know, I just gotta figure out some like creative photos to do. I don't know.
No.
So
Talk to Brittany.
talk
She's
to
your new best
Brittany.
friend.
Well, yeah, right now,
Yes.
she's, I mean, I mean, you guys all have like really phenomenal photos. Syndey too, like with the snake and the motorcycle. Like, oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I didn't mean that as a jab to anybody else for the record. I heard creative photo, and like Brittany's the one that I know in here. So sorry, guys.
She's
Sorry,
definitely
everyone
over her photography.
Precious, I know you've got some great shots. and
Well,
everybody's got
Precious-
some good stuff.
Precious is showing off the yams right on Facebook. So
Ooh.
Facebook, you know, Precious.
Different than Precious Python's business page, you know. So I have to put out some pictures
I
on my-
want to hear about that, Precious.
but I did a photo shoot where I was like partially nude, which was just topless, but
Sure.
I mean, it was nothing more than you would see like in a bikini. But I did
There
not,
we go.
I don't think it's posted on Precious Python's page, but it is posted on my personal Facebook page, which I guess defeats the purpose because a lot of like, you know, snake people, reptile people like follow me on my personal page.
Yeah, girl. Of course they do.
But I
Look at you.
But even as far as like the creep question, I'm kind of like Kori. I have a very zero tolerance. I understand like you kind of play with fire when you put that stuff out there, but I just feel like it's not an excuse to be a creep. You know, like this is my
Yeah.
space. I get the, you know, I don't know. I don't like being, this is gonna sound like hypocritical, but I don't like being over sexualized. You know, I felt like when I put those photos out there, like I felt like it was a way to be like to show my creativeness. It was like art. That's how I looked at it. Like my brothers saw it, my father saw it, and I'm like, it's art. Like get over it. Like, you know, I didn't show anything super inappropriate. You saw my stomach and you saw some cleavage. Like it's nothing, you know. And especially nowadays, like when you look at what's being posted, sex on what is that platform? OnlyFans, like just the outrageousness. I felt like that was very mild and like tasteful. So that's what's out there. But when it comes to people reaching out to me in inappropriate ways, because I've had not a lot, I have had like, you know, the messages. I think like maybe once or twice I've had like dick pics and stuff like that. I mean, that's an immediate block. Like I know.
Yeah, I mean that's
Me
that's
too.
actually
Yeah,
illegal
terrible.
in
And
some
we
states.
Never gotten a dick pic.
Rightfully so.
I've never, thank God.
Gross.
And
Like the ugliest part of a man.
No one wants to see it.
Your face is ugly. What makes you think I want to see? Ugh.
Let me tell you something. every guy on the planet has a dick pic. All right. Your father has a dick pic. All right,
Chris, you say that. I'm not that guy. I don't have that.
Zach, stop it. I bet
penis is a photographic virgin.
I bet that
I'm not saying there's never been one that existed. No. I'm just saying I don't have one on my phone right now that I could send anybody.
I'm just saying.
I feel like it's unsolicited. I mean, I'm sure there's women out there that are asking guys.
Right.
Sure.
Unsolicited. That is the problem.
Yeah.
I did not ask.
No, that's unacceptable.
That is not okay.
So stop doing that, Chris.
I think that. I think that if Marita deleted all the dick pics on her phone would be physically lighter. Okay.
So first I message back and I say that thing is hideous. Just to give them a little ego boost in the hopes that they don't ever fucking do that again. And then I block them.
But
sometimes I will post their messages. I've only done that like 2 or 3 times. And I'll be like, look at this loser, everyone. Look at them. Aren't they disgusting and pathetic? Like if they're really gross.
There's some people out there. The unfortunate side of that is that there's some people that's what they're looking for, is to be shamed. And like, it's fucking weird. Humans are just disgusting. I'm sorry.
Someone messaged me and they were like, that guy's handicapped. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh,
and I'm like, his mother or caregiver should be monitoring him more carefully because he's sexually harassing innocent victims.
And again, it's illegal in some states.
He sent you
it's illegal in some states.
He sent you a picture of a retarded dick.
Yeah, it was pathetic.
That's not cool, man.
Thanks for being clear about that, Chris.
For those
that didn't understand.
Well, let me ask you something.
Brittany's crying in her hands.
You know what?
I think my battery's dying, and I'm gonna be
very sad looking. Very sad.
Brittany, you're doing better than Jamie. At one point earlier, Jamie just completely turned her video off. It was just gone. I was like, we lost Jamie.
No, we got to get to Jamie. Jamie, how many dick pics do you have in your phone?
None.
I like how the question is morphed through
Me too, Kori. I was thinking the same thing. It's like, this is not where we started, but this is where we finished.
I think I'm lucky though, because I have like the unisex name and I don't have a lot of pictures of myself out there. So it's usually like just our logo. So if they like go to my Facebook page, it's like a family picture. So it's like me, the husband, the kids, and he's like 6'2" and he's a big guy. Right. So I don't think they quite know if I'm like, well, Chris, the first time I talked to you, you were like, I don't know if you're the woman or the man that I'm talking
Which one's Jamie?
Right. So I think
Jamie, I'll admit, I think even early on, I said like, hey brother, or some shit like that to you, like in a message. I'm sure that I did because I've done it numerous times to other people. I mean, I know that
nobody mistakes me for a man.
I get hey man.
I get it to me all the time.
I get dude and bro. And I'm like,
me too.
All the time.
Yeah, I could see
all the time.
The only one I don't mind is when they're like boss.
I don't feel so bad.
Okay, I'll take that one.
Here's the other thing I do. If dudes really want to chat it up, I'll be like, just call me on my business phone, and I give him JD's number, and he'll be like, "What's up?" And they're like,
"Oh yeah,
that's tarantula girl." Yeah,
I used to do that with pain in the ass snake clients. I used to give them Ken Masick's number, and tell them that he's my manager. And Ken Masick would get 20 calls a week by some fucking retards that would fucking waste his time.
They want to buy normals or whatever. Yeah.
Don't want to know if you're gonna give them a deal on that spider ball python.
Yeah. Can I have a deal on that $75 snake, please?
On that pastel.
We were selling a snake for $3,000 one time, and a motherfucker called me up and asked me for a 48-month payment plan. And I was like,
you're like, what? You mean a credit card?
Yeah.
Come on. Garrett says that all the time. Garrett from Reach Out Reptiles. He's like, you guys, like, people hit me up for payment plans. He's like, this is how I pay my bills. Like, I got to take your money and pay my mortgage with it. If you can't get approved for a credit card, you think I'm going to approve you for a 0 interest loan on an animal? Like, there's no chance in hell.
Yeah, I'm not a
worth
bank.
You're right.
I guess I'm a
like,
softie. I've done like a 3-month layaway on a $200 lizard.
Oh my God.
I'm not knocking it.
How much
Everybody
you have
has
it?
their own.
You,
Yeah, everybody's got their own thing. Like I literally just sold my first snake to a customer, and it was like, hey, you know, we want this animal, and it was a friend, and so I'm like, yeah, just consider it yours. Like, pay me whenever. So they didn't even ask me. I was just like, yeah, whatever, it's cool. But yeah, so I get that part. But if you're reaching out to me to buy an animal that's like $1,500, like, no, I'm sorry. I just get a credit card. It's not, if you can't get approved for a credit card based on your credit rating, I'm not going to approve you for that based on knowing you zero. Right. I don't even know you as a person.
Well, Brittney's given 3-month payment plans on $200 lizards because Brittney wipes her ass with $200. You know,
she's like, I'll get the money when I get it.
It's not true.
If there was $100 on the floor, Brittney wouldn't bend down to pick it up, right?
True. No, actually, this is how bad like me and my husband are. We're to the point that like we went to there's this really nice restaurant in our area, and we went there all the time, and we just like dressed in like whatever. We would be like out hiking and stop by this high-end restaurant. They thought we were broke, I think. And so when he found out he was a veterinarian, they were like, what? We can go to car lots and people don't even come help us.
I hear that all the time.
Don't you know who I am? I'm Brittney Gobble.
No, we love it. My husband will be like, he'll walk up there and they'll leave us alone. We'll look at the car, and then he'll turn around and he's just like cuts a check, and he's like, can we have the keys? Because I want to go eat now. But no. There was a $20 on the floor at Home Depot, and Johnny picked it up and found the family that dropped it just last week.
My biggest tippers were always people that were just dressed like anybody else. Always the guys that were in suits and ties and bullshit like that. No, they were always, you know, you're gonna get $2 on that fucking $200 tab or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh, you can't judge in Tennessee. God. In Tennessee, you
no,
can't.
and I never did. I mean, service industry, you don't roll the dice like that. I treated everybody the same, no matter what the hell the situation was. But after your first drink, I knew what the deal was. You know, if you paid out in your first drink, and
now Johnny,
you get an understanding pretty quick.
And we had a guy come in, big burly dude in overalls, you know, like full beard, you know, like hardcore, with this teeny tiny adorable Yorkie, and he just hands it and says, something's wrong, please fix it. And they're like, okay, well, it's going to be like this much. Like they start trying to give him like an idea of how much to run blood work and whatever. Sure. He just reaches in that pocket and pulls out like $5,000 in cash. It just is like, here's $2,000. Will that get you started? That's my baby. You just don't judge.
Yeah. That's hillbilly money.
I've heard stories of that all the time. It's that OnlyFans money, you know.
That's right.
There we go.
There we go. You know what's really you know what's really nice about this whole thing so far is that I have 7 women on here and Zach, and nobody giggled like a fucking typical girl does every time they're asked a question. So thank you for that. All right.
Intelligent
step up our
game.
game.
Thank you.
What's that? Marita, what did you say?
I said intelligent women here. Thank you.
I am women. Hear me bake. Right?
we got 6 strong women on here, 1 drunk, and me.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys figure out who it is.
Wait. There's 7 women. So who did we leave out?
No. He was calling Miri an alcoholic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm the one drinking.
No offense taken.
And there was good
This one's a whole bottle.
Oh, and Jamie left. Jamie's like, if I'm an alcoholic,
I'm out. I just want to say, Precious, I've been watching your channel.
Really? Thank you.
Oh yeah. My husband was like, oh my God, Precious is gonna be on there. I'm like, I'll hook up with her. Don't worry. Give me time.
I was watching a podcast last week, and somebody mentioned Precious and said that she should be hooked up with Anton.
Antoine's great, man.
And I was just like,
Antoine.
Yeah, I was just like, why does Precious got to be hooked up just with another black guy? Why can't a white guy fucking hook up with her?
Why can't she come chill with me?
Why
That-
can't
He
she?
got
That's
really
right.
angry. He's like, so you're just telling me I'm not even on the table? Like, you're telling me there's no chance? Just tell me there's a chance, okay?
No chance. No chance.
I love
All right.
Antoine to death, though. He's a good guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Antoine is fucking awesome. Now I'm gonna read off one of Zak's gay questions for you.
Please.
I feel like I'm gonna suck a dick just reading this question. What is a major goal or dream you're currently working towards?
See? You see how gay that sounds?
I couldn't hear you with the dick in your mouth, Chris.
That came way too naturally.
Oh man. No, I would imagine I would be pretty good at it.
I think I've been on several interviews lately, and that was one of the best questions I've been asked recently.
What,
Okay,
the
you
gay
go
one
first.
that Zak just
The
said?
gay one or
Yeah,
the
it
dick
takes
one?
a
or-
brain cell to answer that one, you know?
But no, we don't like the women with the brain cells.
No,
No,
so
it's
to
not.
be clear, the way
Chris.
my thought process when I wrote that question was like, I'm in my early 30s, and so I'm questioning life in general. And so I like to know, like, what is your goal? Like, where do you want to be when you're fucking 60 years old? You know, we're on this fucking ball python game. Like, what's your literal, like, super long term
Are you
fucking
doing
goal?
the exercise?
Because I'm
That's like
just
that whole
genuinely
exercise
curious,
thing.
not because anybody in here is older than me, but because I'm just curious what other people's thought process is. I'm like,
We want our
hey, like, what?
wisdom.
I'm doing this right now. Like, what am I building towards? Because we're all building towards fucking something. We're not all trying to fucking breed ball pythons for this for a fucking
It's
life.
so fucking cute that you still have hopes and dreams, and you're like, wait till you turn 40.
Yeah.
Kori, what's your hopes and dreams?
Corey's nodding real
I
hard.
gave
Let's go,
I
Corey.
gave
You
up on
start.
hopes and dreams long
Thank
ago,
you.
friend.
There we go.
As did I.
There we go. That's the
Right.
best answer. That's 100% what I expected. That's not what I expected. Not just from you, but basically from everyone. Like, you know, because that's how I feel. I'm like, is this right? Like, did I hit 40 early and I just gave up on everything? I need to know from other people. I'm looking for some hope here, so somebody help me out.
I just feel bad that Zak's asking questions like, what are your hopes and dreams? And then it comes to me and I'm like, what breeder do you want to fuck? You know, like it's
My battery's
That's actually
definitely
a
going to die
solid
before
question.
that.
That's a solid question. I wish I'd have thought of that one, Chris.
all right. We'll play along with Zak and we'll start with Jami.
Oh. You mean like within this, like with the snakes? Is that what?
No. I mean literally within life. So I'm not kidding. Like, what are you trying to use your snake money as a springboard towards? For you, for your family, for life, for whatever. And you can stick with the snakes. Doesn't matter. However you interpret the question is fine.
I just want to raise my kids and not be assholes and to be good
Yeah.
people. Like that's number one in my book. Like, you know what I mean? Raise people that's going to contribute to society. You know what I mean? Raise good kids.
Good
And
one.
then like down the road, I would like to use the snakes and like use the hobby to travel, do shows with my husband. You know what I mean? Like once the kids are grown and out of the house, then hopefully we can just use this to kind of like go places, whether it's shows or whether it's like visiting other people that we've met along the way. I mean, just live life a little bit and, you know what I mean, have fun doing what we enjoy.
Awesome. Gay answer to a gay question. Precious.
I would say, so recently I just bought a house that's being built. So like short term, my goal was to, cause right now I live in like an apartment downtown Indy, and it's like, I mean, it's small, but it's big for an apartment, and my racks are like pretty much just everywhere, you know? So
Right.
My goal was to get a snake room. So I bought a house that's being built, and I have a room that I'm using just for the snake room. So eventually with that house and with this, you know, business, when it's thriving, I want to use the business and then of course my regular job to turn this house into a investment property, and then possibly get into like some more real estate, get some more properties, get some more passive income. And that as far, and you know, I don't know how long I'm going to do this. I do look at it as a long-term thing, but I started it because of my son. So
yeah,
you know, the picture is, you know, eventually when he's of age, if he wants to continue doing this with me, then, you know, sell the business to him for $1, retire, and then I work for him. So, you know, that's kind of the plan and the goal.
And that's exactly what I was looking for. Like I said, because again, let's be real fucking honest, at least in my head, there's money in this industry. I think all of us are very aware of that. I don't think any of us would be as deeply involved in it as we are if that wasn't the goal. And I guess that's where my head was at. Like, what is everybody's goal after? Like, what's next? Because I feel like, again, we're all building towards something. Like, whether, again, that's rental properties, like that's something that's in my head. Like Ozzy has been talking about that heavily. Like, hey, I want to educate other breeders on like what else you can invest in, like how you can take this money that's ball python money and turn it into financial freedom for all of us. And I think there's a huge opportunity for that. So that's what I was super interested in. As gay as that is, Chris, I know. But that's the reality of where my headspace was.
What sucks is I gotta ask this gay question 5 more times. Elizabeth.
I know, I'm so sorry. I apologize.
So as you know, I'm still pretty new, and I'm not really sure where I want to take the snake, if I want to just keep it a hobby, if I want to turn it business. Right now it's definitely for fun, and eventually, yeah, I do hope to make money, but as far as like a long-term goal and what I want to do is, my other passion is fitness and health, and I would really like to become like a nutrition coach or nutritionist. And I just recently signed up for a nutrition coach course online, which is going to kill me because I got to be self-motivated to do the work. But I eventually just want to help some people become better versions of themselves and realize, like, you know, how to eat better and care for themselves and eat for fuel and not eat for pleasure. I mean,
but eating for pleasure.
I mean, there's always a time and a place for it. But
like, she's a baker. Like,
that's the hard part too. I've been baking for the last 20 years of my life. I went to school for it, and it's just like so opposite. It's so opposite. Yeah. There's no such thing as healthy.
Don't be like, these cupcakes are now healthy. Please don't do that.
No, and there's like realistically, there is no such thing as like healthy baked goods in a sense. I mean, there's lesser evils, but like sugar is sugar is sugar, regardless if it's honey or agave or whatever.
So is that
still has to process?
Is that kind of like nutritional blasphemy to be a baker and a nutritionist?
Yeah, that's why I kind of want to leave the baking aspect. Plus, like working in the food service industry really kind of sucks, and I don't want to do it anymore. It's hard work and very little reward.
I like eating delicious stuff, for the record.
Yeah,
I really do.
And that's it too. I'm so addicted to sugar, and it's just like I bake this thing, I have to try it, and then I have to eat all of it. So.
And you want to make people better versions of themselves. I'm the exact opposite. I could care less. I would prefer to make people worse versions of themselves. Kori.
Yeah.
Don't you want to do this full time?
No.
Isn't that your dream?
No. No, I actually mostly really like my day job. I don't want to leave it. I certainly don't want to shovel snake shit full time instead of practicing law. Like, that's not my dream. I do this because I'm enjoying it, and when I stop enjoying it, I won't do it. But it's not my path to something else. It's just something I'm really enjoying. So
sure.
There.
That's the most honest answer that I've ever heard.
No, and like I said, that's what I was looking for. When I came up with this question, I was like, I feel like there's going to be a whole spectrum of different responses, and I feel like it's going to be good for the people that are going to listen to this after the fact. Of like, it's going to, and I hope it will make people think, like, what am I getting into this for? Because I feel like the people that are getting into it strictly for money, that's a really tough road, because you got to invest a lot if that's all your goal is, whether that be time or money or whatever. And so I Kori, I love hearing from you, because again, like, you have a successful business and a successful, career, like in a totally different sector, which is wonderful. And I love that. And I love seeing that stuff.
And I want to piggyback off what you said, Zach, because you made a really, really great point, especially with people who are looking to get into this for the wrong reasons. me,
Yes.
I don't even think I mentioned it, but I haven't produced anything yet. So this year, hopefully in the next few months, I have a girl that it had her OV, so I should be hopefully getting some eggs soon. But at the end of the day, I've been doing this for, going on 2.5 years, and so I know some people go into it and they buy like breeder females. I raised them all up. So I didn't buy adults.
And that's a safe way to do it.
Yeah, and that's the way I wanted to do it. I just wanted to just kind of, like you said, stay on the safe side. And, it's been pretty much me spending a bunch of money for the last 2.5 years. Nothing.
Me too.
And
I just sold my first snake.
We all get that.
You have to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy this, if you're not doing this because you love doing it, or you like, or you love your animals, then you're screwed from the beginning, because you're either going to get burned out, or you're going to mistreat your animals, or you're going to waste a lot of money. Like, there's no positive into doing this for the wrong reasons whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Marita,
Yes.
are you using the animals to jump your OnlyFans subscriptions?
I am. Technically, I am. I feel like I could not have started showing totally average photos at $25 a month unless I already had achieved some level of celebrity. Okay, so let's be real here. My New Year's resolution was to grow my YouTube channel to 100K, because I've been doing this way too long not to have a stupid play button. And ultimately, I am an educator, and I feel like if you have a larger audience, you have a larger platform to educate. That was the nerdy part. Also, I just got into, even though I've been breeding I've been breeding reptiles since the 90s. I'm old. I just got into blue tongue skinks. So
Those are
reproducing
so cute.
those. I know.
They're very cute.
Now for the super nerdy part, I really want my PhD. I only have a master's degree, and
Only.
I know. I really want a PhD. And financially, it's a pretty stupid move, but I want you guys to all have to call me doctor. No, just kidding. Really, it's to stick it in my dad's face, because he's a not the friendliest dude, and has never believed in me in any way, and actually has told lies about what a horrible moron I am. And really, he's kind of stupid. And so just to him to have to like see me in public one day and be like, that's doctor daughter to you. I don't know. I just think it'd be fun to have a PhD. So yeah, that's
I love that.
Yes.
And that's what that was the whole point of this question was.
Oh my God, Zach, calm down.
Deeper.
You said that 30 fucking times already.
I'm trying to go deeper.
He loves me. Don't repress him.
Oh my fucking God. We got Billy Rose in here now.
And of course, I want to be more fit. So you should help me do that, Elizabeth, because I'm getting old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you're young and beautiful, so.
Keep going.
No.
Brittney, don't you want to make a living out of this and set up $200 payment plans every week?
Do you want mini cows? Do you want mini cows?
Yeah, I do want mini cows, but not yet. Okay, so mine is full. My Scottish Highland is a full size, and his horns are like this big now. They're so cute. Anyways, but we're gonna eat him. It's Tennessee, baby.
Did you name your pets that you eat?
He's named, yes.
Yeah.
I just can't be.
Yeah.
I just can't be there when he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name?
Nice dinner. Like, excuse me, Brittney, could you please pass the Carl? Yeah, here's the Carl.
That's what I want to know. Are you going to talk about it at dinner
Cersei.
time when you're eating Ted?
His name is Xerxes.
Xerxes.
It's like a Persian name for a Scottish Highland bull.
Like I'm Xerxes.
No, it's like Xerxes. You can't spell
only
tonight.
that you
See
kneel
that?
like that one from 300.
Yes. Okay, so your question is a little bit different. I'm in a weird place because me and my husband, he's retiring in like a year and a half. So we've kind of like worked our butts like really hard for the we've been married going on 15 years. So we've worked really hard We built up his practice, and then a very large company came in and bought it as like, they bought a bunch of vet offices, and we got to invest in the company. And then they sold that stock to another company, and it sold for many times its value. And so we had the chance to reinvest part of that and then put part of that in a retirement thing. So we kind of had that going like on the vet side. We also do we have the truffier, which is the trees that have the truffles on the roots. And we've just started getting a couple on, like we have like a fourth of an acre here at the house, but we actually have a 5-acre farm, which is why we have the dogs and to hunt them. And a truffle farm, when in full production, of course, its agriculture price goes up and down, but on average, you get about $25,000 an acre per year, and they'll produce for at least 30 years. So that's kind of, and you work 3 months out of the year because truffles are only, during that time. We got the Lagotto Romanolo that we imported from Bulgaria, which are the truffle dogs, and they're a very uncommon breed in the U.S. And we had didn't really click with the breeders as far as kind of some things that were going on. So we thought, well, we'll find a good pedigree and import our own. And I have the female, and we've placed the puppies, and they, being a rare breed, they do quite well. And I love the dogs. So we kept back 2 females from that. So I have 3 female Lagotto. So like we've kind of like have a lot of different little things going on. Probably the most off the wall thing at the moment was because I had some health issues, and I've been having to rest a lot more. Like I can't be as physical as I like to be. I was kind of like, I think I need to do something new, because obviously when the doctor said rest, that's what he meant, was pick a new hobby. And so I tossed it up between writing books or getting a degree in archaeology. And Johnny just wouldn't stop making fun of me. So the degree in archaeology had to go. I was like, okay, fine, we won't do that one. So now I've kind of been working on the writing thing. And that's so far, the first book went really well. And there's a lot of authors that are making $50,000 a month. Just having 20 books on Amazon. It's actually like a whole investment plan. So kind of cool.
That's true.
And then I have to say,
writing a novel.
And as far as the snakes go, the reptiles go, I have like a 10-year plan. So I have all my breedings planned out for 10 years. And at that point, my daughter, or my 2 oldest children, may choose to take over. I may still want to be involved. I may still, love them and everything. But kind of like I set all my goals on that 10-year plan. And then when I get closer to that 10-year mark, I'll reevaluate how involved I still want to be and that kind of thing.
That's amazing. I've never had a 5-year period work out the way I thought it was going to. To have a 10-year plan just blows my mind.
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean it'll work.
I literally feel like I do dog shit when I listen to Brittney talk about what she gets done within a week or within a year, or I'm just like, you just don't do anything. Like fucking, like look at what Brittney's doing.
No, I just love the idea that you guys are so multifaceted. Like you guys have multiple income streams from multiple industries and things like that. And I think that Ozzy is doing a really great job of bringing that to the ball python industry. Like, hey guys, there's money to be made elsewhere, right? Like, and that's the safe way. Like he's really doing a good job of just verbally like championing that for us in this industry of like, hey, like we should all be doing a lot better for ourselves, like in life, and setting ourselves up for.
And Zach, is this why you asked the question? Because you wanted to know?
A little bit. It was a little bit for me, but it was a little bit for everybody else. Again, I think it's important to highlight.
Miri, God, follow up Brittney.
Sydney, sorry if you didn't understand who he was talking to.
Follow up Brittney with one of your alcohol stories. Go ahead.
Shut up! She just got her bachelor's degree.
I just got my degree. I feel like I'm kind of stuck because I'm in between not wanting to work with people and working with animals that don't give me shit all day, every day. I just got my degree in aeronautical science and engineering, and
Wow.
I'm debating on going into my master's or getting a PhD like Marita. But I mean, it's so much money, and I enjoy this so freaking much that I don't want that normal 9 to 5. Like, I'd rather be spending 13, 14 hours in this room cleaning up snake shit. Like, I'd rather be doing that than dealing with other people's shit.
Right.
I don't know. Make it short. I'm just stuck.
All right. Now, you guys have to know that you could take over the hobby, right? I mean, you have to know that, because when I first interviewed Brittney like 3 years ago, Brittney had better numbers than Mark Mandic, Ozzy, and Ralph Davis, just because I showed a picture of Brittney. Now, I love Brittney to death, but there is no way in hell that Brittney should have more numbers than Ralph, Ozzy, and Mark. So
and that was before she had ever produced a snake.
Totally, it was 3 years ago. Yeah. So now, have any of you ever taken advantage of the fact that since you are a woman, like let's say you put a shot on Morph Market with the snake right next to your tits, or fucking, just something like that? Have any of you done that?
Not yet.
You should, though. You should.
We're just so thankful that you guys let us be part of this hobby. It's really generous that you men allow us in, and I mean, we're so thankful from the bottom of our hearts.
You shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry, actually,
Kori's reaction.
I had dinner with Justin last night, and I was telling him about another interview, and he's like, "This is what you should have said." I'm like, "Next time I get a chance, that's what I'm saying."
It was funny.
Yes, Justin, I got it in.
It was funny when you were saying that. I saw Kori's face go apoplectic.
Yeah.
He was just like, "What?"
No, we're not. You do not speak for me.
That's how Zach was like. I mean, he was losing it.
I do want to say though, Chris, I really appreciate you having women's cut t-shirts, because everybody else has
Thank you.
This is very true.
It's like, I'm not spending money on a shirt that I gotta cut to fit me.
Yeah, thank you.
Wait, was that a dig at me because I cut it?
Yeah, it was.
Everybody in the hobby just has like men's t-shirts, and nobody has
ugly,
women.
boxy t-shirts.
Woman was Chris.
Well, Miri convinced me to get tank tops too.
Yep.
Yes.
So we're gonna do that too. Yeah. But
I also love that Brittney couldn't believe that was an actual compliment. She's like, "Wait, this is supposed to be a dig at someone else, right? This isn't a real compliment."
Well, no, I thought like when Brittney first got the picture, she posted the shirt like with a normal picture, and then 35 seconds later, she posted this shit all cut up, and I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck, man?"
You should have seen my mother-in-law, my husband. They watched me like pose and take the selfie, and then I kept talking to them and grabbed a pair of scissors and just went to town, and they were like, "Isn't that a new shirt? You just unwrapped it." And I was like, "Yeah, totally." And they're like, "Have you done that before?" I'm like, "No, we're just gonna see how."
Yeah.
So now, are you guys opposed to like using tits and ass to sell snakes?
Here's what I think. There are a lot of people who literally comment on my videos, photos, whatever, and they say, "I clicked on your video because I saw your thumbnail, and now I'm learning." And I'm like, that's cool. I think that's cool. There are a lot of ugly fat people out there that have important things to say, and people might not shut up, Zach. No, I'm serious. If people are going to click on a video or a photo because it's something that they find interesting in any way, and they learn from it, or they find out about me who's teaching, I think that's awesome. If I were some average looking guy, I don't know if they would have, like someone who is not interested in pythons or reptiles or tarantulas. To me, I think that's incredible. And also, too, I'm not ashamed of being a woman. People have shamed me and said, you should be ashamed of, portraying yourself the way you do. Why? Why should I be like, what is so hideous about me that I should be ashamed? I take pride in myself. I try to stay healthy. I try to stay fit. And I'm not ashamed of the way I look necessarily. I don't think that I look perfect. But I feel like if people find me more interesting than your average snake guy, I think that's awesome.
All right.
I think for me, which I don't think there's like necessarily a right or wrong answer. I mean, each their own. For me, like I got into the snakes because I like the genetics and, like the genes and the combinations. And then of course I'm into photography. So I would rather be, for myself personally, I would rather be known for my image, like my photograph, not my face, if that makes sense. And I would rather somebody contact me because they don't care if I'm a dude or a chick. That really doesn't matter. Like what they're interested in is what I've produced, because that's what I'm really proud of. Or that they like, I've had a couple people buy something because they didn't know about the gene. And then I got to explain the gene and show them kind of how it worked. And they're like, I really want to be involved in this. And I like those kind of conversations. So for me, I'm kind of like, I don't mind posting a selfie or whatever, but I don't feel like I want to use it like as a sales tactic for me. I would prefer my buyers come because of what I've produced, or maybe hopefully the knowledge that I may have on something, give or take here lately.
All right.
I would agree with that as well, Brittney. I think that when it comes to me, I first figured or learned that it was beneficial to kind of put myself or put my face out on my business social media, because I found that people kind of interact with you more when they can kind of connect the person to the hobby or the business or your snakes. It wasn't more so like, oh, people think I'm pretty, so I'm going to post a selfie with some snakes. It was more so, I want people to know the face behind the business. And it really allows you to connect with, people on the platform and people that admire what you're doing. And I know that when I do start breeding, when I do start selling snakes, I want people to respect me for my knowledge and for my love of the hobby, and less of recognizing, anything else or over sexualizing or anything like that, period.
All right. Miri.
I mean, I'm like half and half. I don't really over sexualize anything. If somebody's going to buy something from me solely based on like the way I look, then that's what they choose to do. I don't give them shit for it. And I'm not in this for the money in any way, shape, or form. My animals are my everything. And to me, it doesn't really matter. If somebody's going to act like that, they're going to continue to. And you can't really ask too much about them otherwise. But I don't agree with a guy who would just solely do that. Like, it makes no sense to me. I love talking about my animals. That's what I love to do. I'd rather do that all day, any day. And if somebody over sexualizes it, that's just who they are. Can't deal with it any other way. It sucks a lot of the time because they bug the heck out of you, but that's just my point.
All right, Kori. I know you're just showing off the yams, being an attorney and everything, because
it's all day, every day. It's what I do professionally.
I knew it.
No, I mean, it's like, this isn't really a question or a thing I ever really think about. Like, I've always been kind of a professional person and kind of had this box in terms of the way that I think about trying to like exist in the world. And it's not something that I've ever been comfortable with or had a desire to go that direction myself. But that said, like, I appreciate beauty. Like, if there's a gorgeous woman who wants to, show off her animals and herself that way, like, more power to her. Like, I'm really, I don't think there's one way to be in this. And to each her own. That's kind of where I am.
Okay. Elizabeth, if we could interrupt you from talking on your phone for a quick minute, what do you think?
I mean, pretty much they pretty much all covered it. I really like what Kori had to say. You know, if someone wants to over sexualize and use it to their advantage, and it gets somebody into the hobby or to buy, I mean, I don't know that I would necessarily do it just to get a sale, but I mean, maybe to get like attention. It's kind of just like, it would be like, you know, a certain label on a wine bottle, you know, it's marketing. It's
Advertisement, yeah.
And, you know, sex sells. So.
What about you, Jamie? I know you're just stewing over there.
Oh, me. I mean, to each their own. It's not, you know, I mean, probably not something I would do, obviously. Like I said, I don't even like to put my picture out there. It's always the logo, you know. But I mean, in general, though, I think we all can agree, like, it's great being a woman, like, no matter what. Like, I think we're more logical. So I think that we, like, you know, we're not emotional. Like,
sorry,
women,
I didn't mean to snort out loud.
Literally, I saw Brittney like jerk her face, like, what?
Sorry.
I was trying to keep my face straight until she said something else. I'm like, all right, I can acknowledge this now.
Well, a snort came out and I didn't mean for that to happen. You're right, we're so logical. I mean, let's try again. I'll keep a straight face this time.
I mean, when you look like of all the nonsense and all the bullshit that you hear about in the hobby, like, when does that ever start with a woman? Like, I can't think of too many.
Seriously.
So much,
Right? I mean, not too many feuds out there between women in the hobby. I think
That's
most of the
because
women
we're
get
the
along.
1%.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that a woman would have done the 101 thing. Like, I don't think Brittney would be like, fuck you guys down in Texas.
Nobody should have done the 101 thing. Let's be, I mean, nobody with.
And here's also the bottom line, in my opinion. Creeps are gonna be creeps, like, no matter what. I've had people comment on the most like sedate pictures, like, oh, I want to see a video of your blah 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 covered in jelly because I think that, and I'm like, what?
That's very specific.
Like, I'm sitting on a school bus with a backpack. Like, what? Like,
there's some fantasy there.
Marita, I thought that message was just between you and I, okay?
Well, okay, Zach, it's out now. I mean, we may as well just talk about tell the whole story. No, but I'm just like, some people are going to be creepy, and some people even fetishize like snakes and women in general. Yeah. So it to me, it's not as much about what we do as the perception of the public. I mean, I've had people call me a whore for showing tarantulas on camera. And I mean, I'll admit it, sometimes like I'm showing a little cleavage in honor of you tonight.
A little?
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Bam. Right.
But
you ladies can learn something from Marita.
Shut up, Chris. They are
I can't do it. I just don't have the means.
She has other assets. No, but I mean, it'll be the most random video where I literally got home from work and I'm like wearing like the nerdiest outfit, and people are like, "Oh, I'd like to blah blah put my whatever," and I'm like, "Yeah, you're just lonely. I don't know. Like, you need to pay for, I don't know."
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember when Marita first got the shirt, she put up a picture and some dude commented, "Nice tits." And I got so mad at the fucking guy. You know, I was like, fucking, you fucking dickhead. Don't fucking say shit
really
like
cute.
that. Yeah, it was adorable.
I had your shirt that said "Snakes in the Fat Man," and I don't take a lot of selfies. Like I'll do like a cluster, and then I like don't do them for a long time. And
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say, and I ripped that shit up too.
I like how you're posed
that was
like
actually
this
cute
right
shirt.
now, Marita.
No. So that was like the best photo that I had. So on all these language learning sites and like these language exchange websites where you talk to people from other countries, that's my profile picture. And almost every single one, the first question was, "Who is this fat man with the snakes?"
Yeah.
And I had to, like, how do you explain that in Chinese?
Right.
Like in Chinese, how am I supposed to explain that?
There's a van that I drive past periodically that's parked in this dude's front yard. Apparently he's a plumber and he calls himself like the fat man plumber or some shit like that, but it's like hand painted on the side of his van. And every time I see it, all I can think of is you, and it just kills me.
That's Chris's other business that he likes to keep under wraps.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you running to some weird subsidiary in North Carolina that I don't know about?
Yeah, I go to North Carolina and plumb on the weekends. That's what I do.
You're just down here laying pipe, no big deal.
That's what they call it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the kids call it these days.
I think it says that it's like fat man pipe layers or something. I don't know. It could be wrong. It sounds like that was what it was.
They used to call me that in high school. All right. One last question. When was the last time somebody mansplained something to either of you guys or to any of you guys?
Can you explain what that means?
You know what it means.
I saw some eyes rolling literally immediately as soon as the word left your mouth.
I'm curious because I don't think Kori has. I think that if somebody mansplained to Kori, I think Kori would fucking whip their ass.
Well,
right.
I'm probably more guilty of mansplaining to people than they are to me.
Yeah, I could see that. What about the rest of you guys?
Yesterday.
I don't pay enough attention. Like, I'm like kind of oblivious. Like, if it has happened to me, I'm just not aware because I just don't care.
Wait. Who said yesterday?
Marita.
Really?
Of course, people think I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Dummies.
Why?
Jesus.
You're a fucking teacher.
Because they're stupid, obviously.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of dummies.
Valid.
Out there.
Yeah, I just smile and nod at them. Like I try not to be, I let them go on being in service at the casino and being like, I just smile and nod and okay. And then walk away and like roll my eyes and I can't believe what they said, but
having come from a group like a previous industry that was mostly ran by like women, I guess maybe I'm the weird one here, but to me, I kind of find mansplaining a derogatory term in general because women call it I have never had a guy mansplain something to me anywhere near as offensively as females have. And like not woman hating or anything, but like, I don't know. To me, the term is kind of.
When you go to Justin's place, does he mansplain to you genetics?
And I happily accept.
When Justin, I would just like to clarify, it is a derogatory term. That's the point.
No. I mean, like derogatory toward guys. For me,
yeah.
It is.
Like, I mean, I'm not saying guys sometimes don't like talk down to girls because I think I see girls talk down to guys. Girls, I mean, it's everywhere. So I think it's like weird that there's a term.
As a teacher, women are far more evil to work for in general than men.
Yeah, I could see that.
It cuts deeper.
Do you think that's because they got something to prove?
Yeah.
So it's like the just desserts kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen, like I've had girlfriends look at me all the time and they're just like, you fucking idiot. Like right in front of people. Right in front of them. They'll use the buzzer noise like when I want something. I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to get that. They're like, no, you're not going to get it. They would do it in front of my friends.
You're describing like 80% of conversations in my house.
Kori is hardcore.
The attorney is coming out in you real hard.
Yeah, Kori's actually done it to me before. Like,
I don't believe it. Kori's like, no. This, and not only Kori's like, no, you're not doing that. but let me explain why.
Exactly. Little bitch.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Does anybody got anything else to say? I mean, I said that we wouldn't go for 2 hours, and now I feel like we're on a fucking Connected by Creatures podcast. So fucking
tantalizing.
Connected by Creatures is wonderful. They're actually live right now. Bradley's live with fucking Matt from Olympus Reptiles.
Oh, nice.
Wondering where the fuck I'm at, I'm sure.
Yes. Sorry we dragged you away to be in a room with 7 gorgeous women.
I was gonna say, let me be very fucking clear. Like, listen, I'm sorry, but I'd much rather fucking be here. So, if you guys want to continue this for like 2-3 hours, I'm good. If you want to go 8, like, I'm still good for that too.
Like, check this out, Ryan.
This view is much more appealing to me
than
staring at fucking Matt and fucking Bradley.
So for the viewers,
I'm sure.
So for the viewers that are going to watch this later, like when Chris sent this, he actually said, okay, it's going to be at this time. And Zach's like, I kind of like have a prior engagement.
Yeah.
And then Chris just responds back and says, we got another space for a lady. And Zach comes back and he's like, no, I'm no. And you know how you write LOL, but you're really like, like I actually cracked up laughing on the couch. Like, I was like, yeah, he was not going to miss it.
Yeah, our chat feed has been really fun, I'll say. We need to just keep it going.
Great. I immediately backpedaled. I'm like texting Bradley like, hey man, I'm definitely not gonna make Connected by Creatures on Friday. Like there's 7 beautiful women that I'm gonna get to hang out with for that same time slot. So like you be the judge on where the fuck I'm gonna be. I apologize, but not really.
Well, let's put everybody on the spot right now. And who's the hottest snake breeder? Miri, go.
Oh, definitely Marita.
What?
Oh man, I would have never thought that. Wow, okay. I meant guys, but okay. Fucking
I have not met anybody
Wow.
else in person yet. And oh my God, Marita's personality is the best thing ever. I love her so much. All of you guys are so absolutely gorgeous, and I cannot wait to meet all of you in person at some point.
Same.
That was unexpected.
I don't.
Fuck.
How can any of us answer after that?
Yeah. Now, Marita, you go.
Definitely my husband. Have you seen that dude?
I have.
Woo! Sexy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we could pick him. Now, I know that Kori can't say the same thing because I know her husband doesn't give a shit about the snake.
Oh.
No, I'm gonna go with Miss Brittney Gobble.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Yeah. A lot of fucking broads.
That's hard to argue.
There's a lot of girl on girl stuff going on right now. I don't think we expected this, Chris. I was not mentally prepared.
Oh, I knew.
Brace yourself.
I knew Brittney was going to get some love because everybody said they have girl crushes on Brittney.
Yeah.
So,
That's so sweet.
Elizabeth.
But my heart goes to the guy that wears the dress.
What about you, Elizabeth?
For me, Rob Christian from Nerd.
Ooh, he's hot.
He's so hot and he's so passionate. He's so passionate about reptiles.
Yeah, definitely.
Like when you listen to him talk about any reptile, he just gets so excited. It gets you excited. It's incredible. You got to listen to it. Reptile Talk is the podcast with Jeremy Turgeon. Really, it's really good.
I love Rob. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's really cool cat.
Elizabeth picked a guy. Pretty cool. Precious. Yeah, and don't tell me Antoine. Right?
I don't know. Maybe I would say Ozzy.
Yeah.
Ozzy's hot.
I'd fuck Ozzy. Yeah, Ozzy's pretty fucking hot.
Duh,
Yeah.
we know
Okay, that was in a totally different direction.
I mean, you basically told us that earlier on that like
Right.
Yeah. Jamie.
Oh, I mean, I have to say my husband because he
Stop
does this
it.
with me. But my
Come
girl
on.
crush is definitely on Kori.
Ooh.
Ever since I think it was like through a Facebook group or something. Ever since I first met Kori, it was just like I love her. Like
Yeah. Kori's
definitely
fucking
Kori.
hot as fuck, man. Fucking, there's all that. Like I said, I'm shocked that everybody agreed to be on this. That's why we didn't really put much
Lady
thought into
power.
it, you know. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I think Chris, at some point you were like, dude, like I can't believe that this is even happening. Like I hope they understand what they're getting themselves into.
Oh well, the nice thing is, like for 90% of the people here, I'm friends with. Like I don't really know Precious that well, but everybody else knows, or Miri too. But everybody else knows that I'm a jerk off and I'm you fucking idiot.
Like actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Marita buzzes me all the time too. So fucking.
We love you though.
I know.
Well, you pay her $25 a month for that, so I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. No, I might have to do it now. I might have to do it for 1 month just to
download it all and then get off.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna binge Marita. You know,
I'm not gonna say no to that.
Why don't you just offer a free month like HBO Max and Hulu?
Just to get them hooked.
Can't get all these bikini pics for free, Chris.
There's an option. You can have like
I don't
free
know.
content and then content that you have to pay for too.
All I'm saying is I hardly even know Miri, and I saw 30 pictures of Miri in a bikini just the other day. So
I've seen her in real life in a bikini.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Miri fucking.
Remember when we almost killed Ben because we both were in bikinis together, like splashing around in the water, and he almost fell and died in the hot tub? Poor Ben.
I feel like I'm on the outside of a very inside joke, and I'm.
Oh no, Ben from R&B Reptiles. He was getting into the hot tub, and he was like, and he literally slipped on the steps and almost died. He broke his toe.
That joke
That's
my
a big
husband's
secret.
always saying,
Oh, he
like
did?
there was that time at band camp or something, you know?
Yeah.
No, just like literally Ben almost died when he saw Miri and I playing together in bikinis.
Yeah,
Wait,
and that's what I
playing
think. I need to
together.
be on the.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like in
Playing
the hot
together.
tub, like
Where's the link?
chilling,
It's what-
giggling.
Maria, what I'm saying is, what's the tier on OnlyFans for that?
Hey, can I get a credit?
That'd be up to Miri.
We're not gonna hear from Zach for the next week now.
We need to get together. I need to bring you some snakes. still.
I know.
Wait, Miri is in New Mexico?
Yeah.
So you
I'm
used
in
to live
Texas,
there.
but-
Yeah, you used to live there. Yeah. All right.
Me and Miri go way back to like last spring when we met. in real life.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Heartthrob. So I just have
Are you
to
all
say
gonna be at Arlington?
personally. Yes.
Yes.
Duh. Are you gonna be there?
Yes.
Hugs. Okay,
will
I
actually
just
be-
want to
Chris,
say.
Chris, are you going? Sorry,
I'm
no,
thinking
go ahead,
about
Maria,
going
sorry.
now. Yeah.
Yes, please.
You're picturing it in your head.
We're all gonna be there in the hot tub. So Brittney, of course, I've crushed on you for like since the first time I saw you on Chris's show, and you were just like a bad bee, and I was like, oh, I need to be best friends with her. And then Miri and
I've never
Precious.
been called that. That's so cool.
Oh yeah, you girl. And then Miri and Precious are like my Supergirl crushes. And then now I have 3 more. Yes. Yes. Let's all dance naked in the rain together.
Yes,
Deal.
please do that.
Not on camera though. That'd be big money.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Not on camera.
Yeah. What's that tier on fucking
Girls.
OnlyFans?
None of you creeps.
There's so, Marita, you suddenly have like developed these additional tiers on your OnlyFans out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's gonna be the platinum subscription. Yeah.
And that's 1 month only, you know.
Yeah, actually, there's a thing. This is funny where you can just post something and it disappears after a day. And I did that one time just to see what would happen. And I got a lot of messages. They were like, wait, I wasn't
Financially prepared for this.
I just want to say thank you so much for inviting me into this group of very amazing women. It's been super fun. And I love all of you girls. And Zach, you're pretty great too. And Chris,
Thank you.
you're my
Yeah,
boo.
Chris is okay. Yeah. All right. Anybody else got closing shit they want to say?
Thanks.
I would hope fucking everybody does. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say it's been an honor to be on here with all these amazing women that, I mean, I hope to be where you are. And so it's been like such an honor and I'm super flattered. I've seen you all, I've watched you all on, you know, the Instagram or the YouTube and all that stuff. So it's a little surreal for me that like I'm actually here talking to you guys and not watching you guys. So thank you.
At this point, it's just because you're beautiful, but pretty soon you're going to be accomplished too.
Lean into it.
I'm fucking glad that another woman said that, because if I would have said that, they would have been like, you fucking pig. You know?
Pig.
But also, when I asked if anybody had anything left to say, Kori was just staring into the camera. Like, she's like, motherfucker, you're lucky I stayed this long. Right?
Pretty no,
Seriously.
I was like,
she's like, do you know what my hourly rate is?
Oh my God, fucking, I'm gonna be broke by the end of this. I'm gonna have to fucking pay Marita from OnlyFans, Kori's hourly rate. Fucking,
I'll send you the
bill. Jesus. All right, ladies, thank you so much for coming. I'm gonna have a bunch of slides at the end of this showing all your social stuff. And then that's it. We're gonna do one of these every couple of months because a bunch of other hot women emailed me and said, what the fuck, why didn't you ask me? So,
awesome. I look forward to
the
watching
cream
them.
of the
That's gonna be
crop,
amazing.
ladies.
yes,
Glad it went that way, not the other way.
but this is the first round, so you guys are the
Awesome.
inaugural. So Kori's been in the inaugural. Kori and Jami actually have been in 2 of the first time Fatman stuff. With the 15 minutes of lame and the all hot girl episode, you know.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, I love all you guys. Have an amazing life, and let's keep in touch.
Thank you.
Love you, ladies.
You got it.
Thank you.
Take it easy, guys, and thanks again.
Thank you guys all. Seriously, if I'm not
Bye.
following everybody, I will be in a minute. I love
You
you all.
better.
Thanks for your time. I know.
Thank you, everybody who watched.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you guys.
Everybody have a great night. I'll see some of you guys in Arlington.
All right, guys.
Yay.
All right, man. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Snake my venom, don't